Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the heart-pounding world of American muscle. And today, oh man, we've got something truly legendary making a roaring comeback. The 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 351. If you're a gearhead like me, you know the Boss name carries the weight of pure, unfiltered performance history. From the street-stripping monsters of the 60s and 70s to the modern icons that redefined what a pony car can do. Ford just dropped this beast as a tribute to that heritage, blending retro aggression with cutting-edge tech, and it's packing enough power to make your pulse race before you even turn the key. We're talking over 580 horsepower from a supercharged 5.0-liter V8 that's been tuned to perfection, all wrapped in a body that's equal parts nostalgia and next-gen fury. Stick around as we break it all down, from the jaw-dropping looks to the soul-shaking drive, and by the end, you'll know if this is the Mustang that's been missing from your garage. Let's jump right in. Picture this. You're standing in front of the 2026 Boss 351. And the first thing that hits you is the front end. It's like Ford took the classic Boss aggression and cranked it up to 11. That massive, blacked-out grille dominates the scene, flanked by razor-sharp tri-bar LED headlights that pierce the night like laser beams, giving it this predatory stare that's impossible to ignore. The hood? It's got those iconic power bulges, subtly sculpted to channel air straight to the supercharger while screaming, Boss, in raised lettering that catches the light just right. Up close, you notice the splitter down low, carbon fiber reinforced and wide enough to plant this thing firmly on the road, with integrated brake cooling ducts that hint at the track-ready DNA baked into every inch. The whole front fascia is wrapped in a glossy black finish that contrasts beautifully against the available race red or the new shadow black paint options. And those slim fender vents on the sides of the hood aren't just for show, they're functional, pulling in cool air to keep that V8 breathing easy during hard pulls. It's not just mean, it's intelligently menacing, designed to slice through wind resistance while turning heads at every stoplight, swinging around to the side profile. And wow, the Boss 351 owns the road with its long, low stance that's pure Mustang poetry. The wheelbase stretches out just right, giving it that perfect balance of planted stability and agile cornering prowess. And those flared quarter panels bulge out dramatically to accommodate massive, 19-inch forged aluminum wheels wrapped in sticky Pirelli P0 Trofeo R tires. 305 30ths up front and a beastly 315 30ths out back for that wide track grip that lets you carve canyons without breaking a sweat. The side skirts are aggressively sculpted, painted in high-gloss black to accentuate the lines, and they flow seamlessly into the rocker panels, which are reinforced for extra rigidity because Ford knows you're going to push this car to its limits. Up top, the optional carbon fiber roof panel shaves a few pounds while adding that premium touch, and the side mirrors. Sleek, aero-optimized units with integrated turn signals that fold away when you're parked in tight spots. From the side, you can really appreciate how the character lines rake back from the headlights to the taillights, creating this dynamic sweep that's both timeless and futuristic. It's like the S197 and S550. Generations had a love child that's ready to dominate stoplight Grands Prix. And don't miss the Boss 351 badges on the fenders. They're subtle but bold, etched in chrome with a shaker scoop vibe that nods to the originals without feeling dated. Now, let's flip it around to the rear, where the Boss 351 really flexes its muscle literally. The tail end is all business, with a massive rear diffuser that's vented for maximum downforce and houses quad-polished stainless steel exhaust tips that growl like a caged animal even at idle. Those full-width LED taillights stretch across the back, sequential and sharp, lighting up the night with that signature Mustang sequential flash when you hit the brakes or signal a turn. The decklid spoiler is a subtle lip-style unit, functional for high-speed stability without screaming for attention, and underneath, you get a peek at the independent rear suspension setup with its beefy control arms and coilovers tuned specifically for this model's extra power. The rear bumper integrates those exhausts perfectly, with heat extractors built in to keep things cool during track sessions. And the whole assembly is finished in that same aggressive black theme to tie it all together. Stand back, and the Boss 351's rear haunches look wide and ready to launch, evoking memories of the 71 original but with modern aero wizardry that could pin you to the seat at 150 miles per hour. It's not just a car. It's a statement that says, "Catch me if you can." Sliding inside the cabin, you're greeted by an environment that's as driver-focused as it gets, with premium touches that make every mile feel special. The Recaro Sport seats up front hug you like a glove-bolstered leather, and Alcantara with red stitching that contrasts against the black base, heated and cooled for all-season comfort. And they adjust 8 ways electrically with memory settings so you can dial in that perfect racing posture. The dashboard sweeps across in soft touch materials, with a massive 13.2-inch vertical touchscreen dominating the center stack, running Ford's latest SYNC4 system that's buttery smooth for navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and even over-the-air updates for new drive modes. Below it, the climate controls are physical knobs big, tactile ones for quick adjustments without taking your eyes off the road, and the center console houses a wireless charger, USB-C ports, and a deep bin for your gear. Over on the driver's side, the flat-bottom steering wheel is wrapped in Alcantara with thumb grips and Boss-specific stitching, connecting to a 12.4-inch digital instrument cluster that can switch from modern gauges to retro 60s needle styles with a button press. Visibility is surprisingly good thanks to the slim pillars and large greenhouse, and in the back, well, it's a 2+2 setup with enough space for weekend passengers or track gear, plus 13.5 cubic feet of trunk room that's practical for a muscle car. Ambient lighting pulses through the doors and dash in sync with your drive mode: red for track, blue for chill cruises, and the Bang & Olufsen sound system pumps out 12 speakers of crystal clear audio that drowns out the world when you crank up some classic rock. It's luxurious without being soft, a cockpit built for conquering twisties or highways alike. But let's talk about what really sets the Boss 351 apart: the performance. Under that long hood sits a hand-assembled, supercharged 5.0-liter Coyote V8, pumping out a staggering 580 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque, enough to catapult this 3,800-pound beast from 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds. And that's with the standard 6-speed manual. Opt for the 10-speed auto, and you're looking at sub 3.4 territory. The supercharger whine is addictive, building to a crescendo as you mash the throttle. And that shove in the back feels endless, hitting the quarter mile in under 11 seconds at over 125 miles per hour. Top speed? Electronically limited to 180 miles per hour, but Ford says it'll happily flirt with 200 on a closed course. Handling-wise, it's a revelation. The MagneRide adaptive dampers soak up bumps on the street while firming up for corners, letting you pull 1.05 Gs on the skid pad thanks to the wider track and those massive Brembo 6-piston front brakes with 15-inch rotors that haul you down from 100 miles per hour in seconds flat. The Torsen limited slip, diff, and launch control make every start a traction masterpiece. And in track mode, the stability control loosens up just enough for slides without letting you bin it. Fuel economy? Expect mid-teens in the city and low 20s on the highway thirsty, sure, but that's the price of this unhinged fun. I took it out on some winding back roads, and the steering is telepathic, the balance impeccable. It's not just fast in a straight line, it's alive, begging you to push harder, of course. All this glory comes at a premium starting at around $75,000 for the base Boss 351 Coupe, which gets you the manual trans, the core performance pack, and those killer looks. Bump it to the premium trim at $80,000-ish, and you add the adaptive suspension, the bigger infotainment, and those Recaros as standard. Convertibles start a few grand higher, and if you go wild with options like the carbon fiber bits, upgraded exhaust, or the handling package with even stickier tires, you're easily pushing $90,000 before destination fees. Compared to rivals like the Dodge Challenger Hellcat, it's a steal for the power-to-price ratio, especially since Ford throws in a 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty and complimentary maintenance for the first couple years. Factor in resale value. Mustangs like this hold strong, and it's a smart buy if you're in it for the long haul. Just know that with demand high, you might wait a bit or pay a market adjustment at your dealer. So, who should snag a 2026 Boss 351? If you're a die-hard Mustang fan craving that analog thrill in a digital world, or someone who weekend warriors at the track but needs a daily driver that doesn't compromise, this is your unicorn. It's got the heritage to impress at car shows, the tech to keep up with EVs in traffic, and the grunt to smoke superbikes off the line. On the flip side, if fuel stops cramp your style or you need family hauler space, maybe stick to a GT. But for pure joy per dollar, it's unbeatable. Pair it with some sticky summer rubber and a helmet, and you've got endless grins ahead. My only tweak? Ford could throw in a factory shaker hood as a no-cost option to amp up the drama. Wrapping this up, the 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 3